Hi, I'm Ingrid Tomney. I'm the Director of Operations and our Safety Officer for Sagebrush. I wanted to welcome you to our facility tour of the Great Falls residential home. We sit on 5 acres of land, 18,000 square feet, and I will be giving you a tour today of each floor and anything you need to know to be familiar with the facility. Come on in, let me show you around. So for purposes of this video, we turn the overhead lights on to give us more light, but we do like to keep them off during the day for a couple reasons. It keeps the location a little bit more cool, and it also is just better ambient light. In each of the client bedrooms, you will see a floor plan that maps out fire extinguishers, where you are, which we're in Serenity currently, and the primary exit and secondary exit. This allows the client to know the fastest way out of the building in an emergency. So in every client room, we do have access to a fan located here. The controller is on the wall. You can pop it off if you want it to be portable, or it can just remain here. You do need to make sure the switch is on for it to operate correctly. You can push the power button, and you have 1, 2, or 3 dots control how fast you want the fan to go. 1 is slow, 2 is faster, and so on. So in one of the client rooms, Serenity, there is a heated floor. The panel for control is here. So when doing room checks, I would always make sure it's off to make sure we conserve energy while we're here. There's only one client room in the Great Falls residential location that has this feature. You'll just press the call button and you'll wait for the car to come up to the surface. Don't try to open the handle before the car comes to a complete stop because it won't work. Once you see that the button has changed to the level it's on and you hear the click of the door, the car will move the gate back and you can go ahead and open. Entree. So located on the top floor, you'll find 2 water heaters. One's located in here. This is the only thing in this room. There's also one located down the hall, 2 doors down. They're only 1 door apart. So if there's ever water in this area, or you see any flooding in the hallway, open this door and check if there are any leaks. This is the water heater. So we are still upstairs, and in the hallway, there's the linen closet. I wanted you to know there is an electrical panel in here. And we will go over a panel in another section, but this just shows you there is a panel here so you can locate any problems you might have. Also in this closet you will see there's 2 boxes. You won't need to access them for any reason, but they are located here for the key card system we use to enter the rooms and also the security cameras. Here you will find the client laundry room. There's a washer and dryer, 2 on either side, and also a pull for the upstairs attic. If you pull down on the lever, the stairs will come down and you can safely go up to the attic. There are 2 air conditioning units upstairs, one on the right, one on the left. And this is a secured area where only staff can go. Clients are not allowed upstairs. And just be careful, the stairs are safe, but a little wobbly. I would have someone underneath you to spot you when you go up. I just wanted to point out one of the features of the dryer. For safety reasons, we like to come in here and check this often. We also want to educate the clients on how to remove lint from the lint drawer here. This will cause a fire if it's too full, so please go ahead and have clients empty that every time they do a dry. Also, you'll find in the laundry room one of our fire extinguishers. Here is the instructions. To use the fire extinguisher, pull the pin, aim at the base of the fire, squeeze the handle, and sweep. In the client common area upstairs, there is a fireplace operated by a switch. Downstairs on the main level, there's also a fireplace that's a remote control. If you're walking by and see it on and nobody in the room, go ahead and take the time to shut it off. So here I just wanted to give some troubleshooting tips that you might come across if a toilet is running or overflowing or anything like that. One of the things we want to make sure we do if anything is overflowing due to a clog or any such thing is shut off the water. To shut off the water, it's behind the toilet. Down low, there's a lever. You'll go ahead and you'll turn the knob off. Remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. So this goes ahead and shuts the water off. Another troubleshooting tip is if you hear the water running, it's not overflowing, it's just trickling. You can go ahead and take the back off the toilet. And what's happening is the water isn't rising enough to the top to shut it off. So sometimes jiggling the handle will work, or there's a little lever here that's black and it's adjustable. You can twist and turn it, and this controls whether the water is recognized as full. So just making a small adjustment here, go ahead and rattle the handle. It might fix the problem. Here we are again in the main level in the hallway. You can see that the floor plans are also located here on the floor, so you can see where the exits are. So here we are in the garage. There's a few things I want to point out. There's refrigerators and freezers here. If you open the door, go ahead and make sure it's closed tight and secure to keep our food fresh and safe. So over here on this wall, you'll see the controls for all the irrigation for the outside. Lawn sprinklers, all the heads are operated right from here. We like to keep the doors closed. This just allows us to keep the area safe. Right over here, I'm going to show you there's one more fire extinguisher, and this is located here. So you have one in the upstairs laundry room, one here. Next to it, you'll find the MSDS sheets. An MSDS sheet is a piece of paper that shows you the components of a chemical. Every chemical at Great Falls Residential is listed here. If you were to ingest it or get some on your skin and there was irritation, you could come to this book and see the right way to handle the situation. So here we're located on the main level next to the kitchen. In this room, you will see it's a secure area. We like to keep the door closed. There's many chemicals in here, and we do want to keep our clients safe. So go ahead and keep this door closed, but this is where you can find a lot of good supplies. So here we're located on the main level, right outside the medication room. This is a secure area where only staff are allowed. And you can see you need a key card to enter. This is an AED unit, an automated defibrillator unit that we would use in the event that someone was having a heart condition or a heart problem. If you enter the room, there are two medication safes. They're secured with thumbprint. You need to get in with a thumbprint and a code. Secured system for processing urine screens, and then all medications are located up here. Client medications are kept secure in an individual bin, and the client charts are right below it. So you can see each client has a bin, and on the back of the bin we do identification based on date of birth and last four of the Social Security number. I wanted to show you a few things in the program assistant office. You can see on the screen here are pictures of our security cameras and the locations throughout the house. This is a good place to come when you want to monitor certain situations going on. If you pan over here, I just wanted to point out where we do our maintenance requests. When something's broken or not working well in the house, we'll go ahead and open this cabinet, record what's happening here, and that's how we handle the situation for repair. Here we also have technology requests. Any type of IT concern, we'll log it here. And one last item is if you open this cabinet, at the very top is our red emergency preparedness binder. That's a good resource for any emergency contacts, floor plans, emergency procedures that you might need to know in an emergency situation. Located in the main kitchen area is another fire extinguisher. You can see it indicated here. Go ahead and open the door. And here you go. So we're on the main level, and each thermostat has a box over it. This is also a secured area where only staff are able to use the key to turn and take off the box. If you zoom in a little bit closer, you want to make sure you look at the little boxes at the bottom. There's 3. You'll want to avoid the set date and time. The fan is always on, and the system is either off, cool, or heat. So, different times of the year, you'll want it on heat or cool. You'll want to leave the system on cool all throughout the house, or heat all throughout the house. You can't have half of the house hot and half cold. It needs to be consistent throughout the house. Don't turn the system off. Either have it on heat or have it on cold. You can see here there's 2 numbers. On the left, it actually tells you the temperature it currently is. On the right, it's what it's set to. So currently in the house, it's 72 degrees. It's set to cool when it gets to 75. We only set the temperature at a holding pattern, meaning we push hold at the temperature we want it to heat or cool to. We don't use the schedule because there are many fluctuations within the house. We just set to one single number in each area and press the hold key, so it always is this is the target. In this area of the house, you'll see there's a GFI outlet. Anytime something's not working in the house correctly, it's not a light bulb, but the fixture just won't come on, it's a good thing to check that the GFI doesn't need to be reset. Sometimes when this is tripped, it will prevent something else in the house from coming on correctly. So go ahead and push the top button to reset, make sure the light is green at the bottom, and now see if your appliance will work correctly. We're on the main level of the house again. You'll see these security panels located on every floor. If there were an emergency and you needed to contact services immediately, push the exclamation button and you can see you have the choice between fire and police. Go ahead and hit the button and it will automatically call dispatch. Here we are on the main level in the storage closet next to the group room and the sunroom. There's an electrical panel here. We also have the control for the security system, and this is for the door lock system. We're located on the lower level. I wanted to point out that there is a sensor in the corner. Once you set the alarm system, if you're on stay or away, it will actually trip the alarm if you come down through these stairs. So make sure clients are aware in the evening that they can't come downstairs or they'll set the alarm off after the alarm panel's been set. We are on the lower level next to the hypnotherapy room. There is a laundry room that the staff use to wash linens. Here you can see there is a fire extinguisher. And right to my left, there is also a storage closet. We do keep some cleaning supplies back here for our staff, but more importantly, there is an air conditioning unit here. There is also the sump pump. So we're in the staff lounge downstairs. This also has a kitchenette area, and I thought I'd show you the dishwasher features here. In the kitchen upstairs, we also have the same type of setup. You'll want to hit start. It's on the inside panel when you want to start the dishwasher. If you do open it while it's running, it will shut the unit off. The units are very quiet, so go ahead and take a look at it and see if you can see that it's running before just opening the door. When you're loading the dishwasher, go ahead and pull out the top dish tray so that you can see if dishes are clean or dirty before you start to load. Make sure you check them first. For sanitation reasons, we want to make sure that we keep our glasses clean when the dishes have been run. I just wanted to point out we do have our Virginia and our federal labor law posters here for all employees to understand their rights and have awareness to their job safety. So we're located on the lower level, right next to the psychodrama room, right behind it. If you come in this area, you can see we have 2 air conditioning units right here. Okay, the furnace switch is here on the wall. If you wanted to emergency shut off, you could use that. Here, if you walk through a little further, follow me. There's the main water shutoff here. If in an emergency you needed to shut off the area completely, this shuts off the well. Sagebrush Treatment Center here is on a well for water. You can follow that up to here. This is the irrigation water shutoff. So the irrigation for the lawn, there's a lever here, you would push it up. If you follow that down further, this is also a shutoff for the water. This is also a main lever that you can put off and on here labeled. This is our water softener unit. There's nothing you need to do with this for a staff person, but we do pour salt granules into this tank, and it does soften the water through this instrument. If you walk a little further back, you'll see all the outside hose bibs where you get your hoses for water outside are located here. There are 5 on the exterior of the buildings, and we go ahead and winterize these at the appropriate time. If you come around here, you can see there are 2 levers here. This is for the second floor water shutoff and the first floor water shutoff. If you didn't want to shut the entire system down, you could shut by floor. A water heater, and we do have a humidifier that is tied to the air conditioning unit. There's nothing you need to do with it, just know that we do have a humidifier. You can also see on most of our appliances, on our air conditioning units, fire extinguishers, water heaters, we do have an inspection report logged by month that we've done a visual inspection of the unit, and it looks in good working condition. Here we are on the lower level, right behind the gym area. And you can see there's a big water tank here, and this feeds our sprinkler system. There's nothing you need to do with this room, you just need to know the room is back here. In the event of a fire, the sprinklers will activate and pull water from this tank. This whole setup is designed to feed the water sprinkler. Here we are again on the lower level. We're right outside the meditation room. There are 2 electrical panels. If you open the panel, I did want to show you that each panel is designated an area that is associated with each of the knobs. So, for instance, if you wanted to know the TV room plugs, it's number 31. So you'd go to number 31 and see if it was tripped, if it wasn't working. When this item is tripped, it'll be all the way to the other side, and you'll see a little orange line. And that means that it's tripped. So you have to push it or pull it back towards you. So here's a good way to troubleshoot, is just look where the panel is and see if there's a tripped fuse. Here we are on the lower level, right next to the theater room. There's a closet. This is our IT closet. In this room you'll find all our Cox equipment that runs all our routers, phone system, computer systems, security systems are all located in here. Also here is our movie theater system. So there's different indications of what not to touch, and then you can go ahead and use the remote controls to operate. Certain things, if you touch them and turn them off, it will set the whole system in a disarray. So we're in the theater room downstairs, and you can see this is the projector that operates the TV and the movie screen. You can see right now, if you look closely at the front of this, that it's lit, which we don't want to leave this on. The bulbs are very expensive, and you can see it's on because on the screen it says no signal. So if I go to the power button here, the quickest way to turn this off is to hit the power button. And then it says press it again if you want the power to go off, and then it's off. Now you can see the unit is not lit in the front, and you can go ahead and save the bulb. Right outside the theater area is our sauna. There's a control panel on the outside that indicates the temperature and the time, and if the unit is off. Right now it says off. It's good when you're down here to just check and make sure it's off if nobody's using it. If you open the door and go inside, on each of the 3 panels, there's also a control knob. It's on the lower right-hand corner. These also control how hot the unit gets. So you want to go ahead and make sure they're completely off when the unit is off. Turning it up toward the wall is on, turning back towards you is off, and you'll hear a click. So here we are on the side of the house, located directly in front of me is the gazebo. And you'll see a big panel here. If you wanted to shut off the entire house electricity system, you would pull the lever down. This is the main panel for electricity. Again, on the outside of the house, you'll see another unit here. This is what operates our generator. If you pan over to the right, you can see our generator is right on the property line. In the event of an emergency in which we lose power, the generator will kick on and provide power to our residential home. On the outside of the house, on the same side as the gazebo, you will see units here that are supplying air to our air conditioning units. We do keep these clean on a regular basis, blowing air through to make sure there's no debris. Here we are on the outside of the house, and you'll see 2 units located in the ground. These are providing our propane to the home. There's 2. You can go ahead and pull the pin out and open the unit to check to see the level of propane. So here, once the cover is off, you can see there's a gauge. And there's a lever that tells you how much propane you have available. In this case, it's 85, so that's plenty. Once it gets down to 20, where it's a red line, you'll want to go ahead and call for more propane. This is a pump for the pond fountain. Electricity is supplied here, which powers the pond. Right now the pond is off. We've shut it off for winter.